with that, let's start it off with tell me something good. Gina, you have a buy, right?
I do. I dream for a buyer. So we've been grinding and we have an offer and we're hopeful that we're gonna hear back today.
There we go. That is cool that you bring one dream for all. What do you got, Tom?
Okay, I heard a great quote yesterday from Bill Pikes. He said the market did not determine your success. The market determines your strategy, right?
Yeah. That's a good one. I love that.
That's a writer down.
That's a writer downer. What do you
Yeah,
got?
just onboarded another new agent in Anaheim
Wow.
this morning.
Congratulations. Round of applause for the acres for growing. And then who else was I gonna call? Paul.
I've got my first land listing coming up in Forest Hill.
Yeah. How many acres? Is it like 5, 10 acres?
No, it's about 300.
Man.
So if you want 300 acres in Forest Hill, reach out to Paul. There we go. And then Valerie's got a couple of escrows. What do you got?
I got a new client in Plymouth, Massachusetts, referral. So
Plymouth, Massachusetts.
not Plymouth, California.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, why are you referring to not just drive down to Plymouth, man? It's a
Yeah.
great market. And he's like, it's Massachusetts. The Pilgrims hit the rock. That's where, you know? So wonderful stuff. All right, so we do have some upcoming events. Any other tell me something good before we move on? Oh yeah, David, sorry.
New listing going live, 4911 D Street, East Sacramento. It's got an ADU on it. Good
Nice.
income, good property.
There we go. How'd you get that this time?
I got it from a new, it's like a pilot system, new company.
A new lead source?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go, lead
So
source.
where I got it at 8, I think I competed against 8 agents. So it's good.
Wow, that's a win right there. Oh, and Haley, there you are. You're hiding. Haley, you were working like 12 hours yesterday on a deal.
Yeah, I negotiated for about 12 hours and we got into contract yesterday afternoon on our $1.2 million listing. We got them into contract on another house and then planning to sell the mom's house, so 1 turned into 3.
Beautiful.
And then I got a listing going live tomorrow in Alta. It's on 10 acres. It's got views of the Sierras, 4-bed, 2-bath. It's got a huge workshop, and then another building pad. So that'll go live $4.99. And then I got my cousin called last night and she wants to sell her townhome, so we'll be listing that as well in Auburn. Yeah, and then I got another listing appointment, possibly with David, in Paul Pines.
There you go. Wonderful stuff. We just rattled off a lot of different opportunities. How are you generating this business?
Making like 50 dials a day, showing up to the office from 9 to 5 every day.
There you go. Yep, putting in the work. There you go. Work works.
Right.
That's what they say. All right, so we do have a couple upcoming events. This weekend, July 12th through 13th, at lovely Lake Tahoe. We're gonna have Phil Stringer back out. Dylan, this guy, you guys recognize him. He'll be speaking here in just a little bit. Brent Gove, Jamie, and Alicia. So this, if you want to attend this, go ahead and scan it. Our friends at Good Life are gonna actually pay for your tickets. It's a couple $100 for a ticket. They're gonna cover your ticket. You scan this QR code, and it's happening this weekend at the top, Inkline Village. Okay, and then we're all good on the QR code.
All that, guys.
Good. All right, the next event is coming up on Thursday. So next Thursday, we will not be in here. We will be at PCAR. Brent's flying out Frank Klesitz from Viral Marketing. The dude, like you've heard me talk about him, he's a legend. So there's 2 things that changed the trajectory of my personal business. One was moving in and getting an office right across from Brent Gove over in the Old Regis, right? The second thing was implementing strategies that he teaches. Those are the 2 things that have had a measurable impact on my business. So he's great, he's fantastic. You will learn how to make more money. You will learn how to increase your sales. You just have to show up. The price is free, and then we'll have lunch here afterwards as well for those of you who want to hang out. So go ahead if you want to scan this QR code. If you haven't already, you can register there, or you can go to Eventbrite. So mininggold.eventbrite.com. Okay. I know some people have already registered. Raise your hand if you've already registered for this event. All right, it's about half the room. So I highly recommend that we all do that next week. We will not be meeting here. We'll be at PCAR. With that, it's time for our lender update. Everybody pop JJ up to the room. All right.
All right. Cool.
All right, so man, it was so cool to hear you guys what's good today. I feel like all these loans you guys got going, I've got something to do with. So that's really cool. So thank you all for allowing me to help you with your mortgages. And who in here knows what the good news of mortgages are today?
Maybe.
You know what it is? What's going on?
Tell us.
Anybody know what's going on?
They're going down.
Yeah, inflation's down. CPI numbers are looking good. So we went from like 3.5 to 3.4 to 3.2. Now we're all down to 2.97. So we're at 3%. The Fed wants to be at 2, but I think that there's a good chance that they're going to lower rates even before they get to 2. So what does that mean for you guys? Well, I wanted to kind of point out a couple things that you guys can have some benefits of, but I think that they're going to lower rates as soon as September. So what that means is that we were at about a 48% chance that they were going to lower rates in September. Now we're at an 81% chance with these numbers today. So that means that we're going to see some benefits in the market coming sooner than what we thought. This reduction of interest rates today will raise your buyers' percentage of like how much they're going to be able to qualify for by about $20,000. So this is a good first step in the right direction. They're going to be qualifying for more. It's a good thing for us all.
When's that supposed to happen?
Today, the interest rates have dropped because of the inflation data. So we got it by about 40, we got it down by about 40 basis points just today. Yeah, we could see interest rates drop as early as next month. Probably not going to happen, but there is some talks of that. So probably September. So basically, what does this mean? It means that the strength of our dollar is falling. It means that our dollar is becoming less valuable. You know, inflation is getting better, but that means so. But with that being said, the government, the Fed, wants to lower rates to bring our dollar back. So we're doing more in our economy, right? So people are buying more homes, they're going out, they're staying at hotels. Hotels are down right now. You guys have looked at prices of hotels. You can get a hotel for a lot cheaper than what you did just like a year or two ago. So used cars are going down in price. The only thing that's still high is freaking insurance. I don't know if you've seen that. That's the only thing that's like still unbelievable. But other than that, we do have a serious problem still with commercial. So if you're a commercial investor, if you're going out there and looking for commercial real estate, you can get some deals right now. But we need those interest rates to come down so things can get better. So that this inventory doesn't keep stalling out on us. We want these homes to sell. So mortgage applications, if you guys didn't know this, are at their lowest levels since 1995. So if you're seeing, if the reason why you're seeing less people buy homes is because more people are scared of these interest rates. So all this points to interest rates potentially being lowered within the next few months. So it's a good thing. So once they start lowering rates, more than likely, they're not going to just do it slowly. It's just like when they raise interest rates, they're going to do it fast and furiously. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are as well. Continue to be consistent in your approach and getting out there and making your calls, just like Haley said, because this is the time to go secure your pipeline. If you're doing it today, you won't have to worry about tomorrow, because this is the time you need to make those things happen, because interest rates will be going down. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my boy Jake back there. I don't know if you guys were here 2 weeks ago. I think he got up and talked a little bit about our value propositions and what we do as being your in-house lender here. And if you have any questions about that, obviously come talk to us. But we have a ton of awesome materials back there that you can take with you. There's so many different flyers and options that we can have, and we can customize it to each and every one of you. So how much does rent really cost? Does your client want to rent? Is it worth it to rent? No. Do you know what a bridge loan is? Do you have clients that want to potentially buy before they sell? We have flyers for that. Real estate cheat sheet. You have a buyer or somebody that maybe had a bankruptcy, foreclosure, or short sale. Do you know how long they have to wait till they can buy again? These are the types of things that we want to give to you and provide. Jake, do you mind really quick talking about that USDA file that you had?
Yeah.
And how that worked out? Because USDA is a great program. I want Jake to share about that really quick.
Yeah, so two things. One, to finish up with the marketing stuff. So this was our home buyer guide. We just had this co-branded with Regina, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. She just sends over a buyer her bio. We got it all in and ready to go for within a couple days. So we have all these in the back. If you guys want to look through it, full buyer guides, as well as all that stuff. Just wanted to show you guys an example of one that has been done. Yeah, this USDA. We just closed about a week and a half ago. Who in here has done a USDA or a USDA purchase? Okay, quite a few of you guys. So Basically, this is a really good program, especially right now. We're doing a lot of down payment assistance recently. There's a lot of buyers just trying to get into the market. This was 0% down. We were able to get almost all of the closing costs covered by the seller because they can cover everything. Now with USDA, a lot of people don't understand the reason you don't see more of them is usually the debt to income ratio. For an FHA or conventional, usually allowed to go to about 45 to 50%, sometimes 55, depending on the FHA, or depending on the file and credit reports. USDA, you're around a 30 to 32% is your max debt to income ratio. So it takes your monthly income. Only about a third of that is what you can use as your total. That's all debt included. So you don't see a whole lot of these, but they're a really good loan because of that. They are fully government backed. They do work only in rural areas. There's a maps and some property eligibility map you can go through with it. But this one was really cool. We were able to get the buyer in $0 out of pocket. They got their entire EMV back. Moved in. It was a new build in a USDA area. Got everything qualified through. So
And they didn't qualify for conventional, did they?
they didn't qualify for.
So it's kind of weird that you can go up higher in debt to income ratio in conventional, but they still qualify for USDA. So if you have those clients that aren't qualifying, they still might be able to qualify for something like this.
So definitely.
What are the rates like on those?
Rates are actually lower than conventional rates. They're going to be priced similar to FHA and VA since it is a government loan. So I believe we locked them in over a month ago and they were at a 6.625 then when conventional rates were around the 7.25 or so.
And aren't there two different kinds? There's like a county and a city one, and then the funds run out?
For USDA?
Yeah.
No, USDA is just a normal government program, so there's always funds available for it. The biggest thing is going to come down to the debt to income ratio, and there are income limits. So if you make more than it's about an 80% AMI of the median income for that area, you're out of qualification for it. So you have to be underneath that qualification as well as the lower debt to income ratio. But again, for a lot of those buyers that are willing to be an hour and a half away, if they're kind of out in a more rural area, this one was actually up in Paradise. House price was around 330. And they were able to move in again, $0 out of pocket, good cost. So yeah.
What's our credit need to be?
Credit for USDA actually goes down to 580. Usually you'll get a better pricing with the loan if you're above 620, similar to most other governments. So
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Where was that hope located?
this one was in Paradise. So they were originally looking in Chico. There was quite a bit around Chico that was actually eligible for USDA as well. But they wanted to be a little further out. They were looking at Magalia, Paradise, even Oroville. A lot of that qualifies for it as well. So
Oh, thank you.
If you have certain areas that you want us to look up for you, let us know. We're happy to do that. And also look at those median income limits for you as well. Thanks, Jake. Who here had a dream for all? Anybody? Gina did. I know Anna did on our team. A couple other people I know. Not many. All right. Well, if you did, there are some cool features to that. I wanted to let you guys know, but I'll talk to you, Regina. Dave, go ahead.
I do want to say something. I had a client qualified. They were waiting for Dream for All, so we waited 3 months for them to check their voucher. They didn't get it. I showed them one house 3 weeks ago with normal lending because they went back, and I just closed a few days ago. So if you had clients waiting, reach back out to them, see if they have their vouchers.
Yeah, you said what I was just gonna say. If you have a client that didn't get it, they could still probably qualify. So still get out there and still show them those homes. Last thing, and I'll be done. If you guys got this Canva class, if you guys know what Canva is, or if you don't know what Canva is, it allows you to make flyers and do different things. All this stuff that we make is all on Canva. If you don't know how to do it, we have an actual teacher coming to teach it. She's now not a teacher anymore. She now does marketing. But she is a teacher. She taught for many years. Now she does marketing. A great person, has a great attitude, optimistic, and it's going to help us learn how to do Canva. So if you guys want to be there, we're bringing you lunch. It's going to be a good lunch. So come on out to our office. It is on the 16th, so next week from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So hope to see you all there. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Jay.
Oh.
All right, yeah, Canva is like if I want to kill some time, I hop on Canva. So if you see anything that's oftentimes posted by social media influencers, made on Canva. Videos, shorts, made on Canva, edited on Canva. So I highly recommend that. It's Tuesday. Our next guest needs no introduction. Everybody, please welcome to the front of the room, Mr. Brent Gove.
All right, we got like a couple seats over here. Just don't be shy. I know you guys can't hear that good in the back there, so there's some couple seats over here. Take them. Okay, number one, great to see you guys. Happy summer. It's July. I hope you had a great 4th of July. There's so many things to be grateful for, so many things to be excited for. Couple bits of advice. A, never miss this meeting. The information that's already been shared in the past 20 minutes has been phenomenal. You miss 1 week, that's 14 days without input, right? I just never missed this stuff when I was building. Never missed. Like, oh, I got to show property. That is a fool's errand during this meeting. Next week, PCAR. Oh, I got to go to listing appointment. I had listing appointments every day, 1 or twice. I never ever booked one during PCAR. So let me help you. Don't miss PCAR. We're spending thousands to fly the speakers in. Tina Claus coming in September. I flew out here first class. It's like $5,000 just to get her here from the East Coast. Do we charge you for PCAR? No. Come to the events. Take notes. Come here. Watch this one again and again. Today's going to be pretty special. We put this on YouTube. You're going to want to watch it 2 or 3 times. But here's the deal. I've been doing this almost 30 years. This is my 3rd market correction. This is the worst. This is way worse than 08, 09, 010. This is horrifically worse. Let me tell you why. In 08, 09, 010, it turned so hard, so fast, like a light switch. We went from selling 55 homes a month, not a year, a month, just my little team, to like 19 overnight, like in 1 month, 17 the next month, 16, 14. By December, 45 of us sold 9 homes. This market is way worse. You're in the worst correction since the Great Depression. I need you to understand what market you're in. I'm not being negative, but if you're just lollygagging, if you're just skipping through this market, you're going to get your handed to you. So let me tell you this, tough times never last, but tough people too. I showed property in the mid-90s with a mag flashlight because every home was boarded up. All the sheetrock was leaking, water's everywhere, dark rooms. I thought that was how real estate was done. I thought that was normal to show property like that. Commissions were 5% if you represented the buyer because they couldn't give them away. And I was selling 4-bedroom, 3-bath homes with pools in Elk Grove for like $85,000, $95,000. If you had $500 in a job, go pick out any house, it's yours. That's how real estate was done in the 90s. This is the worst market. This is way worse than that. You know why? Because I was selling 3 or 4 homes a month in that market because it was easy to buy a house. Interest rates are, up. They haven't dropped yet. Prices are sky high. You could buy it with high interest rates. Like, why are you scaring us? Because you need to understand that this is freaking war. It may be summer, but you're in winter. In the real estate world, this is the darkest winter in 30 years. It's the biggest correction since the Great Depression, 1935. I don't want to scare you. I want you to wake up and realize you got to kick some and take names. You got to step up. Tony Robbins, one of the premier coaches, says, step up. And I'm going to challenge you here this morning, those of you online, step the heck up. This is your moment. You will get buried in an avalanche. Your family will suffer, or you could step up. So how do you step up? You don't miss one of these, and you don't miss the PCAR. And you like that climb event is sold out. It was funny. Like he's promoted, it's sold out. Yep, it's sold out. Listen to me. Nothing is ever sold out. When you hear, and they do sell out. We put sold out, no more room. Show up. I go to sold out events all the time in Florida, in Canada. I just show up. They never once go, sorry, we're sold out. We know you drove an hour or you flew for 5 hours. I always get in. I don't care if it's Tony Robbins sold out. I don't care if it's John Maxwell sold out. Nothing is sold out. Now, with that said, it is sold out. They run out of chairs, but they will always sell you a ticket at the door. You can, and if you have to, if it's like Mexico, dress up like a mariachi band member, sneak in, the waiter is serving. I mean, you kind of have to have the can-do attitude. And I'm telling you right now, your can-do attitude better show up, or you're going to get blown out. You'll be serving tacos at a Mexican food restaurant, or sushi with my son at McConey's, which is not a bad place. But so I just want to challenge you, and you got to guard your mind. Where it's a doorway to the soul. It's a doorway to your heart. We're in political season. It's super, super negative. Stop it. Don't participate in that. You can't afford the emotional stress. There are very strong feelings on both sides of that fence. I guarantee you we have people in this room who feel strongly on both candidates. Don't vote and let it go, right? Vote and let it go. Don't sit there and watch whatever news channel you watch, news cycle, and get all riled up. And then you wonder why you're not succeeding in real estate because you've allowed juju, bad juju into your brain. GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Good stuff in, good stuff out. What are you reading? What are you watching on YouTube? Get Amazon Prime off your stupid phone. Get Netflix off your phone. Be very, very specific. Let me ask you a question. Are you an amateur or are you a pro? You know what pros do? They read books. I'm enjoying The Radical Leap right now. I'm enjoying a book called Die with Zero. It's an interesting name of a book. You go through it, I'm like, oh, this is fascinating. Like, I care about what goes into my mind. You should too, right? Are you reading romance novels, super fantasy romance novels, and you wonder why, you know, your spouse doesn't satisfy you? Be careful what you put in your mind. You know, I was playing golf in Puerto Rico, and this guy was there, and really good looking medical sales guy, sharp fit. We'd golf with us, and we got 3 old guys. We brought him on, and he goes, "Wow, I've been fishing for a week." He comes up, he goes, "How do you do it?" He goes, "What? There's so many beautiful women here in Puerto Rico. How do you not get distracted?" He was dead serious. I go, "Dude, you focus on your wife. That's what a man does. If you want to dream, if you want to fantasize, you dream, you fantasize about your wife, dude." And that's why I'm married 34 years of September. Come on, somebody. I'm gonna tell you right now, some of you are dreaming and fantasizing about your neighbor. You're dreaming and fantasizing about someone in real estate that you're not married to, that is not your significant other. Women do it, men do it. Stop it. Not cool. It'll destroy your life. Man, what you focus on expands. Write that one down. What you focus on the high interest rates. Well, you just told us how bad this market is. Yep, because you're going to step up. It is time for you to step up, put your shoulders back, and lean into this market. You have what it takes. You can do this. So I'm going to give you some information that you will not be able to write down quick enough, which is why I want you to watch this 10 times. So number 1, map out your goals. Most people are wandering generalities. 95% of this market is a wandering generality. Last month, 500 agents closed 92% of the sales in Sacramento. There are 11,000 agents. 500 closed 92% of the sales. Step up. Chris Okamura, when he walked away from managing a huge real estate office and he lost his $10,000 a month salary, he did an open house every single day for 30 days. That is stepping up. Like, well, I don't get that many. Well, how many signs do you put? I put out like 10 signs. Put out 30 signs. Well, that takes like an hour, and it's really hot lately. Well, do it in your shorts, in your tennies, lock the door, open in 5 minutes, and then change into a professional-looking outfit. We look great. By the way, these are my parents, if you didn't know. Most of you know my parents. They came by to see me. I don't often get to be here, and so thank you for coming. I love you both. You're amazing parents. Thank you. Okay. They're married 64 years. This in a couple weeks. Anyway, but map out your goals. Wandering generality, meaningful specific. Those 500, I guarantee you they live by their calendar. I guarantee you they know what they're doing daily. I guarantee you they do it and do it and do it. And when it's time to play, they play. When it's time to work, they work. See, for me, I was an open house guy. Maybe you're a door knocker. Michael Stories was a door knocker. I was an open house guy. John here does a lot with marketing and pools of leads and databases. I never did that. It's great. It doesn't matter how you do it. Some people are by referral, super high referral based, which is great. Whatever it is you do it with passion. Write this down. Ready? Passion is infectious. People will respond to you if you talk like this at open house. Well, that's a little over the top. Yes! You need to stand out. They go, man, that guy's a little intense, but I think he's going to help us. That woman's a little crazy, but I liked her. And you look at people with love, not a paycheck. You look at people with the right heart. You pray before you do your open house. You pray before you do an art. You pray before you call people and you make 20 contacts a day. And you do that for 5 days, you do 100 a week. You do that for 4 weeks, you do 400 in a month. You will succeed. You need to fail in a condensed period of time to get good. You know, let's go play pickleball. I don't know how. Let's play every day for 30 days. You're going to fail a lot the next week or two. But 30 days from now, 60 days from now, you're going to be an awesome pickleball player. Real estate is not hard. You're making it difficult. It is not because things are difficult that you do not try, Seneca. It's because you do not try that things are difficult. I'm trying. No, you're not. Okay? I absolutely don't need to be here anymore in my life. I don't. Because I went freaking bananas. And it's easy. Life is easy now. If you do it easy, it's really hard. If you do it really hard, I guarantee you Herschel Walker, Heisman Trophy running back. Tom Brady taken last in the draft as a quarterback. Abraham Lincoln failed for every office, every business, divorced twice. His whole life was 28 failures. Look at the list of failures. He won one thing in his life, the presidency of the United States of America. And then he changed the flipping world with the Emancipation Proclamation. Well, I'm not those people. Yes, you are. The problem is you don't believe you're those people. You're made in the image of God. Sorry, I'm a Christian. I believe that. You can believe you're made in the image of whatever you want, but I believe you're special. I believe you're incredible. I believe you're highly talented, but you don't believe it. You're like, I can't get up there and speak like that. Neither could I. I used to shake. Now, the first time I was in front of the group, people used to, I'd prospect people and go, hey, it's okay. Calm down. I'll listen to you. This woman, she was, come here, sweetie, come here. She says, hey, I'm not going to hurt you. Just go. I'm going to listen. Some people were jerks about it. They weren't nice to get away from me. But you know what? I was willing to put my chin on the line. This is your moment. I'm telling you, you're going to get blown out of real estate if you don't step up. And so you got to be a meaningful specific or a wandering generality. What's a meaningful specific? They map out their goals. How many buyers should you sell in the next 12 months? Start today. I don't care what you've done. Well, there's only 6 months left or whatever. Next 12 months, how many buyer sites you're going to do? How many listings you're going to do? And you're like, well, I don't know how to get listings. Set the goal to get 10, then it begs the question, okay, how do I get listings? How do I get listing leads? And then you start interviewing listing agents out of the area, not the ones local. You call Kevin McDonald, he may or may not, he'll help you a little bit, right? He's kicking ass. Sonia Emerson, kicking ass. These people are doing good. Call people, meet people in San Diego, meet people in Kansas City, meet people. I am not in your market. How do you do it? They go, look to the left. They go right. Do this. See, I had those conversations. I flew to Toronto. I flew to Denver. Denver was the most depressing real estate conference I've ever been to. I felt horrible. I left feeling horrible. It sucked. It was absolutely horrible. It bothers me to this day. Spent 3 days. I had like the spirit of depression came over me. It was weird. And you know what? I'm proud of that. Because they're not all going to be great. And not every Thursday here from 10 to 11 is going to be amazing. But guess what? I showed up. Or you showed up. Oh, yeah, I'm there. No, you're not there. You may be physically in the room, but you ain't here. You get it? I mean, come on, man. This is your life. This is your kids we're talking about. I'm not married. Your future kids. I'm never getting married. Your dreams. I don't know, man. Right? It's your life. Get serious about it. Get passionate. So here's the deal. I thought about coming up here and just doing, I decided to like step it up. Live by your calendar, not your emotions. Clark Broom taught me that 40 years ago. Live by your calendar. If your calendar says you're doing open houses Saturday, Sunday, that's what you're doing. If it says you're door knocking from 9 to 11, Monday through Friday, that's what you're doing. Listen to me, as soon as you set those goals, as soon as you get serious about title, as soon as you get serious about mortgage, and you set these goals and you go, I'm doing this on Saturday, you're going to get called and invited to go houseboating at Lake Shasta, all paid for. You're going to, and during the week in the winter, you're going to go door knocking, and you're going to get invited to go up and ski Squaw Valley or Heavenly or Sugar Bowl for 2 or 3 days and stay at this amazing Swiss chalet. And it's going to be so much fun. And we're going to sit in the spa at night, and we're going to sit by a roaring fire, and we're going to, I think it's going to be helicopter skiing. It's all paid for. Just come. And you know what you're going to do? You have to be a woman. You have to be a man. You have to say, no, I have a plan. I'm following the plan. Are you an amateur or are you pro? These star athletes, they're up at 3 or 4 in the morning. There's a new movie. It just came out on Netflix. I told you to get rid of Netflix. If you're going to watch something good. I believe it's called Greater. Is that the one? Anybody seen that one? Greater. It just came out. And it's about they made a movie about his life, man. He died at 22. And they have a huge award after this kid. And he was a walk-on for the Arkansas Razorbacks, and they made fun of them. They mocked them. It's like Rudy, the movie Rudy. You seen the movie Rudy? This movie is better. It just came out. Go watch it. Be inspired by what you're reading, what you're watching. You with me? And so you gotta freaking step up now. And he uses emotions, but he was out at 3 a.m. The old coach got fired because they lost. It's a senior year, true story. And his old coach, here's something, someone's broken into who is it out there? It's pitch dark. No answer. He goes, I know you're out there. I heard you. Who is it? You can't be in here. It's school property. And he hits the lights, and there he is. And he's out there doing his footwork and working. It's like 3:30 in the morning. What are you doing? He goes, I'm working out, coach. It's my senior year. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And he's like, how long have you been out here? He goes, the last 3 years. He goes, no one ever knew he was out there. He wanted to become an All-American. Every one of you are freaking All-Americans. The problem is you read stuff that says, no, you're not. You watch movies that says, no, you're not. You watch stuff on the internet that's not good for you. You participate in things. You're beyond freaking talented. But you put stuff in here that gives you results you don't want in your life. Stop it. Don't be an amateur. Amateurs make 50, 20, 80,000 a year. I mean, you can make 150,000 a year in real estate being an amateur. Would you like? Not that it's all about money, but the lack of money and suffering is not a good thing. Can we all agree? And in this market, the agents are suffering. Someone asks me, what do you not like about EXP? I go, nothing. But what I don't like is watching agents suffer. And I don't like it when people get up and they're mamby-pamby and they're not, I'm not going to sugarcoat it this morning. I prayed before I came here. I said, God, what do I need to share to help people get a breakthrough? That's why I want you to watch this a few times. Do a watch power. Let's watch that guy again. He's crazy. You know, and JJ and what those guys shared on loans, that was incredibly good. Super good. I love Tom's quote. It was fantastic, Tom. Thank you. So I'll say this. Tell everyone about your plan. Tell everybody about your goals. And then execute. Find a running partner. Get 2 or 3 running partners. Get together. Clark formed the Del Taco Club 40 years ago. Everybody in that thing, 4 guys, they all became multimillionaires. Form the Firehouse Sub Club, the Panera Bread Club, you know, like the Breakfast Club. Form the Breakfast Club. Remember that movie? Was that called the Breakfast Club? Yeah. Form the Breakfast Club. I don't know. Form the McCooney's Club. Do what excites you, right? And then meet. Like I heard about that. I was 19 years old. I'll be 59 this March. And I said, I'm doing the 1/10 of 1% club. I'm going to form a group that's so freaking crazy. I'm 19. They only do a 1/10 of 1% of the people do. And we went on to become massively successful. We met in person every night, 10 o'clock, my house, Monday through Saturday. If you were 1 minute late, it was $100 tip to the tip part of the car. Man, it was dangerous. People come flying in their cars, sliding. But it was fun. It was fun. I'll say this, your actions speak so loud I can hardly hear what you're saying. There's your intent, and then there's your actions. Do they line up? Are you amateur, or are you going to go pro? You're going to be a pro. You get paid like a pro. You know what the ceiling is in real estate? There is none. I bet you put yourself in the box. Get out of the box. Be Jack. Jack in the box. Get out. Right? So I'll say this. Breakthroughs start with momentum. And it's not obvious. It's a crack in the ocean floor. It's a shift. And then 400 miles away, it's a 30-foot wall of water hitting the deck. So the first day you do the door knocking, it's not going to feel amazing. The first 2 or 3 weekends you do those open houses from work any half a day, 9 to 9, 10 to 10, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And you don't have to do it 5 days a week, 6 days a week. You just do it, whatever. For me, I did open houses from like 10 in the morning till like 7, 8, 9 at night. I didn't go do it for 2, 3, 4 hours. I put out 30 signs. It took an hour. I did it in the rain. The most leads I ever got, the rain was going sideways. That bungee cord, the signs, the trees. And I was so soaking wet, I knew I'd be wet. I brought a whole change of clothes. I was sopping wet after an hour. It took longer to put the signs out because they had a bungee cord everywhere. I can just put them out. I had so many people show up at the open house. They're all like, you are crazy. The wind and rain was coming sideways. I brought a towel. I completely stripped and toweled off and then put on new clothes before I opened up. But you know what? I picked up 35 people that gave me their social security numbers and authorization to run credit, and 19 got approved. On Sunday morning, didn't know those 35 people. On the morning, Monday afternoon, had 19 approved buyers that their credit had been run. Why? Because you're different. Are you different? You are different, but you're just boring as hell. Stop being boring. What do you mean boring? Don't insult us. I'm not insulting you, man. I'm just calling you out. Anybody ever seen Charlie Brown Christmas movie? And Lucy and Lionel and Snoopy and Red Baron. You ever watch that? That is profound. What do you mean? Because when the parents talk, what's it sound like? That sounds like you guys at open house. Sounds like you guys door knocking to me. Sounds like you guys falling up on the leads. Probably not going to work. You're right. It's not going to work. When I show property, I'm making sales. I'm writing offers. I'm going to get the listing. If you're like, I'm going to miss, I'm going to airball. And like, yeah, I was right. You know what? What's Jordan say? Nothing but net. What's Tiger say? It's going in. Venus Williams, I'm going to freaking hit this tennis ball so hard. I'm going to ace. It's going to be beautiful. Well, I'm not them. I know you're you. Quit saying you're going to miss. Yeah, nap. All right. So anyways, get fired up. So here's the deal. What you focus on expands. No negative. We're in a political season. Stop talking about how much you can't stand one political party or the other, one presidential candidate or the other. Just cut out. It's going to get worse over the next 4 or 5 months. You can't afford it. I'm telling you, it is not serving you. When people meet me, they're like, man, what's hopping off of him? When they meet you, what's hopping off? What do they say when they meet you? Are you scared and timid? You want to get over it? Fail in a short period of time. Play the guitar every day for 2 hours for the next 100 days. You'll be able to play any song you want, but you just don't play the guitar every day for 2 hours for the next 100 days and get a coach. But if you will put in massive action, you will get results. And you will take your slow and struggle pain in real estate, and you're going to invert that thing. And all of a sudden you create momentum. And momentum is the key to business. Write that down. Momentum. Everything you touch starts turning to gold. Yeah, not everything, but it feels like it. I got that listing. I got that buyer. We heard people in the back. I got this coming. I got that coming. And some of you are like, oh, this sucks. My life sucks. Your life doesn't suck. You're just not stepping up. This is your moment. I'm here today to call you out. I'm leaving for Tahoe in 4 hours. I'm gonna go find a hammock and enjoy myself. But I did it. I'm telling you, anyone can do it. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how skinny you are, how short you are, whether you have blonde hair, blue eyes, brown eyes, or bald. It doesn't matter. What matters are your actions. Actions create results. Emotions create actions. Well, I'm sad. Then go do it because you'll feel better. I've gotten up here when I've had headaches and not felt well. When I'm done 45 minutes later, I'm like, I feel incredible. I've gone to open houses not feeling well, but I do it anyway. And when I'm done, I'm excited. I've got all these leads and stuff. And so you gotta be willing to be a little weird. I'm sorry, you're not gonna say it right. You start calling the leads that John Jennings does with the database. It's not working for me. I know you're new. You can play chess, you're gonna get beat. Play chess for years and you'll become excellent. You with me?
Yes.
I get it. You're getting beat on listing appointments. I used to get beat all the time. And then I never got beat. Why? Because I put my chin on mine. Failure is the key to success. You're just not doing it enough because you don't have a plan. Remember I said, what's your plan? I forgot to finish that. How many buyer sites? How many listing sites? And then here's the key. I missed the whole key. What is your lead generation going to be? And there might be 2 or 3 things. I recommend you have 2, 3, 4 pillars. Do some by referral. What's your plan for that? What's your plan for open houses? Maybe do some of that. Maybe your door knocker, do some of that. Maybe you're working the database and social, maybe do social media. We had a woman in here. She's number 2 for a famous company here in Sacramento. She sat right there yesterday and she's switching to EXP. By the way, Barry's about to share stats with you about what EXP is doing. We're killing everybody. Barry will share that. But I'll say this. She said she's only been in real estate for 4 years. And she's number 2 at a famous company here in Sacramento. I won't say which one because she hasn't moved yet. I don't want word to get back to them, but she is full on moving. And she does social media. All her leads come from social media. Everyone feels like they know her. She said, our brokerage offers Zillow Flex leads, and you make 33% of the check. So if you get a $10,000 check, you get $3,300. And she's like, I won't take that. And so she learned how to feed herself. She learned how to fish, how to hunt, how to farm. And guess what? She's killing it. And she does, I think, Instagram and Facebook and Reels, and she just puts stuff out there. Does and people just, they fall in love with her. They're like, we've been watching you for 2 or 3 years. Come list our home. We want to buy a home. And they're enamored with her. Now that's what she does. I never did that. I did open houses and I did the radio. You know, maybe you'll do TV and maybe you'll do bus benches. Dan Kraft did bus benches. Like, who's Dan Kraft? Oh, he's rich and he's retired and he did bus benches. Right? Tom Davis knows Dan Kraft, right?
Yeah, I hired him at Remax.
I know. So we're gonna end with this. Be a champion, think like a champion, act different. They are different. Hang out with champions. Be careful who you hang out with. Put yourself in a higher category of people. I just joined a business club with 50 people in the world. Tony Robbins. Our first meetings at his house. And it was not cheap. It was hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But now I'm hanging out with the guy who runs Augusta, the Masters. I'm hanging out with the guy who runs the Kentucky Derby. I'm hanging out with the CEO of Nordstrom's. I don't even know why I'm in this business club. We had to put a whole thing and they handpicked you. Only 50 in the world. But I care about my inner circle. I'm going to get information from them and come back and give it to you. What inner circle are you a part of? What mastermind are you a part of? Or you want to, I don't know, I don't even know, but assemble one. I built at 19, the 1/10 of 1% club. Because I want to live, you know, what's they say? I will do today what others will not do. So tomorrow I'll live the way they'll never live. Is it all about money? No, it's all about actually love. It's all about giving. It's all about value. And money's just a byproduct. If you don't like what you're receiving financially, check the value you're giving the market. I'm going to say it again. You're boring. Stop being boring. Be radical, be different. I would freak people out at open houses. They love me or run out of the house screaming. I'm good to either one. No, they didn't really scream it. I only chased one couple once when I was new. Chasing the car. They laid rubber and got out of the court. It's my first open house ever. I'm a Remax agent. Held their listing open on a court in Rancho Cordova with Coldwell Banker signs. I'm a Remax agent doing a Coldwell Banker listing with Coldwell Banker open house signs because I knew I don't have open house signs. And this couple's like, get in the car, honey, run. And I'm like, but I can call you. I can help. I'm at the bumper like, proud. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my failures. One couple in Loomis, today would be like a $2.5 million home. I said something so stupid. The seller got up from the table and walked off. And I'm talking to her, and about 3-4 minutes later, I go, see, come back. She goes, I don't think so. I'm like, okay, well, anything else? She says, no, good. And I knew I would. But I learned from it. You're not losing, you're learning, unless you're not learning. But you got to do a shorter period. So we'll end with this. It matters what you listen to. It matters what you watch. No negative, none. Stop it. Don't even entertain it. Take 100% responsibility for your life. It is nobody's fault that you're failing. It's not your car's fault. It's not your significant other's fault. You own this thing. Look in the mirror, baby. It's you. Thank you for having me today. You got 1 minute. I had to look up stats on Sacramento and what's happening in the market. 1 minute laid out.
Oh, no pressure following Brent Gove. That's crazy. Okay, guys, I hate to be the one. Brent's the negative guy today. I'm the positive guy today. The positive is 1,900 agents sold a home last month. All right, 500 sold 2 or more. So there are thousands of agents that are selling homes in this down market. In this terrible market, thousands of agents are selling homes. And EXP agents had a combined market share in this local area, Placer and Sacramento County, of over 10%. That's amazing. I know you might not think that sounds like a lot, but in real estate, nobody else is even at 7%. No other brand in this area is even at 7%. So that is amazing. Inventory, a lot of buyers are saying, hey, there's no inventory, there's no inventory, there's no inventory. Inventory in Placer County is up 35%. Inventory in Sacramento is up 55% year over year. You can find a house for your buyers and you guys can sell a house. So don't let anybody tell you that it's not there. This is a great time to be out selling. You just got to bring your game.
Awesome. Thanks, Barry. Right there.
Thank you, Brent, Barry. Okay, so have any of you heard of some of the top agents in the country? Michael Reese, Jay Kinder, Albie Stasic, and it goes on and on. Well, one of their coaches can join us today. His name is Wally Bressler. He's one of the top coaches, top brokers, top team leaders, because one thing that's really pertinent right now, what's happening next month on around August the 17th? You guys heard a little bit about that, right? We need to be ready. We need to be ahead of the curve. So he's going to share some scripts and some tips for us. I know we ran a little bit over. So Wally, how you doing today? Can you jump in and share some tips and scripts? Wally Bressler, let's hear it for Wally.
Thank you. Hey, Tom, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, turn it up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. We're getting the microwave version of what I was going to do, the little Reader's Digest version. So here's the thing, when I got in the business in 1998, I sold 72 houses my first 14 months in the business. And I was very fortunate. I started out signing people to buyer agency agreements. I started out negotiating my commission with people. So I did it for the entire time that I was an agent. So I can tell you that, it works and it works well. I've got a whole 3-hour program on everything you would need to do to sign buyers to a buyer agency agreement, negotiate your fee and stuff like that. Tom and I can talk about that with you, but I can give you everything you need. But I just want to cover a few things while we're here today. So let me share my screen real quickly. Oh, I need somebody to make me a host or a co-host or enable screen sharing for me here so I can share some things real quickly. I don't know who can do that for me. Johnny, maybe?
We got you. You should be able to do it now.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. So look, this is super important, okay? All's well that ends well, but really all's well that starts well, okay? Win before you start. Basically that's what Tom just said. Hey, listen, Michael Reese, this is one of Michael Reese's things. You win before you start. Here's the important thing, really important. Number one, you need to know that buyers want selection, price, and ease of doing business, okay? Oranges, houses, cars, boats, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're not talking about our buyer agency program. We're not talking about home warranties. We're not talking about, wine and cheese parties we're having after you buy. We're talking about getting you in front of the largest selection of properties, getting you the best price in the home, and making it easy for you. That's what you have to focus on, especially now, because you need to get in front of somebody and get them to not just sign a buyer agency agreement, but negotiate your fee with them, okay? And so this is a language you need to talk. Now, you want to be successful. This is what you're looking for, all right? In this kind of environment, and I coached and worked with people through the Great Recession, okay? And so I've been down this road before, and this road, I believe, is not going to be half as hard as that road was. But like, if you meet with people, you got to meet with people who are moving in 90 days or less. If they're not motivated, they're not going to do what they need to do. They're certainly not going to sign a buyer agency agreement. They have to be able to get pre-approved cash or cash and financing. Make sure you get folks pre-approved as close to when you're ready to meet with them as possible. And lastly, they must have to move, right? Getting a job, life event, getting a job, leaving a job, marriage, divorce, birth, death, relocation, retirement, school starting, okay? If they don't have to move, they're not going to do the things that they need to do. The other thing is, give me 1 second here. Hold on. It's my next appointment. Okay. Hold on. I just bought myself a couple more minutes here. So here's the thing, like a B-level motivation. I want to increase the size of my house. I want to downsize, my lease is up. I want to stop renting and buy. Not my fave, because they can always go back to the house they have. They can always go back to the rental they have, right? So that's not a big motivation for me. My least favorite, I want an updated kitchen. I want a bigger backyard. I want to send my kids to their friend's neighborhood. Like, I'm not meeting with those people. If I am meeting with them, I'm going to say, listen, if I found you the perfect home at the perfect price and the seller wanted to close in the next 60 to 90 days. Would that work for you? Yes. So you're committed to doing that? Yes, I may work with them, but absent that, they're not on my hit list. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Now look, and look, you got to set a qualified face-to-face appointment. There's so many scripts on this. I mean, and this is stuff I can provide to you. You got to handle objections. You got to do a buyer counseling interview. You got to meet with them and spend some time with them and ask good questions because you want to continue working with them. Hold on one second here. Right. So, when you meet with them, you want to get good information. You want to build rapport. You want to make sure you know how to sell to them. You got to ask questions and get to know them. I think as an industry, we've done a terrible job of articulating to buyers the value that we bring to the table. Okay. Does that make sense? Like we've shorted ourselves on demonstrating value in all the things we do, which makes it hard to justify a commission, what makes it hard to justify sitting with me to do a buyer presentation. So we've done a really bad job of articulating value. And I think we've also done a very bad job of getting a fee commensurate with the services that we offer, because it's, hey, let me run out and show you a home. Let's go back to the office. By the way, if you want me to represent you, you got to sign this agreement. And then let's go ahead and let's write an offer. I mean, you're doing everything the wrong way, and it works against people. Okay. But once you found out everything, you're like, hey, listen, I know I can help you out here. I can do a great job for you. And, there's lots of options you have when you're buying a home, and let me go over some of those with you. Okay. And so then, I don't want that page, for goodness sake. Sorry, please forgive me. And then, so you have to have a buyer presentation, and if you don't have one, I created this entire buyer presentation for people, but basically I'm going to demonstrate my value to you, right? Got a 7-step journey. Here are the 7 steps. We're going to take you through everything so you're well cared for. Here's how we're going to make sure we're experts. We get you the best home. Here's how we get you the best financing. Here's how to understand why you need to be pre-approved versus pre-qualified. Here's some of the costs you can expect to run into. Here's how we find you the right home. Here's how we narrow down on finding you the right place to live. We have amazing negotiation skills and strategies. We're going to negotiate your offer in your terms and everything in your favor. Hey, listen, we may need to ask the seller for some concessions, even though, they're getting 291, you're still on the hook for the 300,000 because these contributions are coming for you. Here's how we protect your home with inspections and warranties. Here's a home inspection. Here's a warranty. Here's what closing your home looks like and all the things we're going to do for you. Okay. And then, but this is the big thing right here. Here's the closing. And this is where we start addressing the commission and helping them understand that fee that they're paying is their responsibility too. Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, you buy a $600,000 house. Here's the deal. Seller's going to take care of their prorated utilities, taxes, and any closing costs they have. They're going to pay off their mortgage. They're going to walk away with some money, but allocated in here is money for the listing agent and buyer agent. Okay. So we're getting paid by what you bring to the table. The commission has actually never been free to you. Does that make sense? So yeah, the seller's going to take what they're going to take, but unless you bring the money, nothing happens. So our fee comes out of the purchase and sales agreement. Does that make sense? Okay. So real quickly here. So, so let me just go back real quickly here, to this here. And I'm going quickly because we don't have a lot of time here, but you're going to, come on, dude. So you're going to set the, what the heck did I do this? Hold on, please excuse me. My presentation is acting comme ça. I do not know. I don't know why it's doing that. Come on, dude. There we go. Okay. What is going on here? Anyway, so I'm going to set an appointment, right? I'm going to use a script. Any objections that come up, I'm going to handle those objections. And then I've got a buyer counseling interview where I'm going to confirm that they're the right folks for me. I'm going to do a buyer presentation. By this point, I have demonstrated that I am the best person for the job. And then I'm going to go ahead and get them to sign paperwork. Now, what we've done, folks, is we've created a buyer's advantage document, a loyalty agreement, if you will, where we go over everything we're going to do for them ahead of time and continue to smash that value and then ask them to sign the paperwork. So I'm going to go right to, where is it? Hello. Loyalty agreement. Anybody? Bueller? Is this it? Aha. So look, I got 3 minutes. So look, here's the thing. Here's 3 additional values, 3 additional things. We got to love it or leave it. We got a home warranty. We got a done for utilities program. I recap everything I covered with them. Okay, we've got a concierge club. This is backed by cancellation guarantee. Right here, all of this is standard language right here that you would find in a buyer agency agreement. It says right here, you're gonna buy the home through us, you're gonna let us write the offer for you. You're running anybody else, you're gonna go ahead and tell them you're working with us. And when it's time to buy a home, you're doing it through us. You're gonna sign a state of California buyer's representation agreement. And then this right here. And so I've added another sentence here to make it easy for them to do this, okay? And it's right here. So I just say, hey, listen. As part of this agreement, our team is due a fee of no less than X% of the final purchase price of the home you buy. Also, you agree to let us negotiate our fee as part of the purchase and sales agreement and ask the seller to contribute towards the fee. In the event that there's a shortage between our agreed upon fee and what we're able to negotiate in the purchase and sales agreement, the buyer will be responsible for the shortage. I've added this sentence: in the event that there's a shortage in our fee, buyer, agent, and buyer agree to have a discussion prior to determining the final amount of the fee, okay? So we soften the blow there. So look, you get a cancellation guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the job we're doing, you can cancel at any time with 72 hours notice. You give me a chance to fix the problem. If I can't fix the problem, you're on your way anytime up until the point we put in an offer. And then we're going to negotiate this fee as part of the purchase and sales agreement. But before we finalize that fee, you and I are going to talk about it, okay? Does that make sense? And okay, so one other, and then, at that point, you get to the point where you're going to write your offer. You find out what the shortage is, and you break it down into bite-sized pieces for them. Let's just say you're $5,000 short. $5,000 times roughly 7% is $350 a year. Divide that by 12, that's $30 a month. Divide that by 5, because it's $5,000, it's $6 a month roughly. So Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, I'm going to ask the seller to pay this under the asking price. But if we have to go over to build it in, every $1,000 we go over is only $6 a month to you with a max of $30. Okay. I'm assuming that's not a big hit for you. If they make an issue out of it, hey, listen, did you get a check last year back from the IRS? What'd you get? I got $5,000. Great. Let's call your company and ask them to free up $100 a month so that you can go ahead and make this change without impacting your family. Or you're going to get tax write-offs. You're going to get mortgage interest write-offs that'll offset it. Or, most people live in their home for 10 years. 350 times 10 is 3,500. My fee's 5,000. You're still not going to pay $1,500 of it, or you can refinance out of it. Okay. You break it down into the ridiculous to make it easy for people, and it's not that hard. Okay. I know we can over this really fast in like literally 15 minutes. If you're interested in looking at the whole 3-hour program and getting all the documentation that I provide, go ahead and just throw a 1 in the chat, and then Tom and I can talk about it. But I will basically give you all that documentation I created. You'll get all of it, and I'll take you through the entire process from beginning to end. I do have to go on.
Real quick role play. So I'm a buyer. I don't want to sign anything today, Wally.
Okay. I can appreciate that. And you probably weren't thinking of signing anything when you came in here today, but you did said you saw the value and all the things we do to get you to save all the money you're going to save and protect you through your purchase, the whole purchase process, and even after you own the home. So in order for me to do all that for you, I do need you to give me okay on this document here. But remember, it's backed by a cancellation guarantee, so you can cancel at any time with no penalty to you. So really, it's kind of a day-to-day agreement. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me your okay here.
Got it. Okay. Hey, well, let's thank Wally. I'll get you more
Thank you, guys.
information.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I apologize. Thanks for your time. Take care. Be good.
Talk
good.
soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay. Johnny, you
All
want to
right.
wrap it up?
Yep, that's all we got, guys. So you can see why we show up every single Thursday for this meeting. You're not going to want to miss next Thursday at PCAR. We're going to have Frank Pleasance, and then next Thursday after that, we're going to have another meeting. So please show up. Brent's 100% right. I disagree with Wally. I agree with Brent 101% of the time. This is a difficult market. It's more challenging because there's fewer sales taking place than even in the Great Recession. Every sale is a paycheck for a real estate agent. There's fewer paycheck opportunities and way more agents out there. So go out there, make it happen, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye all.